At times, the Catholic Church has to be a fighting church, ecclesia militans. When the culture becomes too oppositional, the church has to stand over and against it. It has to say no. And part of our identity is that. I mean, it's like building the walls of Jerusalem. When Ezra and Nehemiah come back from exile, their first move is to rebuild the walls, because without the walls, Jerusalem loses its identity. If Jerusalem loses identity, then it can't perform its mission, which is to draw the whole world to itself. So there's your paradox. You know, the more Jerusalem is itself, a city strongly compact, there all the tribes go up. See, there's the paradox, is the more defined Jerusalem is, the more defended it is, if you want, the more it can become a magnet to the world. And that's the church. The church of the New Jerusalem. We're a city strongly compact, and if our walls get compromised, then we lose our ability to attract the world magnetically. If we become just an echo of the wider culture, then who's going to be interested? So if you want the conservative, defensive, over and against side of the church, yeah, but it's in service of the inclusive side of the church. Think of the Bernini colonnade out here, you know, the arms of the church reaching out, but it's reaching out to draw you into something very definite. But people slide off of that paradox very easily. So the inclusive church becomes the anything goes church. You know, well, we don't really hold anything definitive. Or the clearly defined church becomes simply the belligerent church. You know, us against them. And it's both and, though. It's one because of the other. Think of it, I mean, to use secular analogies, someone loves golf or baseball. They love the rules of baseball, and you would hate it if someone was changing the rules of baseball. You know, let's get more people involved in baseball. Let's make it easier. You know, let's use an underhand pitch. Let's use aluminum bats or whatever. No, a real baseball person loves the integrity of baseball and wants everyone to become a baseball fan. A golfer, let's make golf easier. Make the hole twice as big, you know? Well, yeah, that would draw more people in, I suppose, but what's the point? You want them to become real golfers. And so the same with the church, you know? Yeah, we want the whole world to come. That's the point of the church. It's a missionary church. But you want them to come into some echo of the secular culture or some watered down version of it. You want them to come to Jerusalem, which is built as a city strongly compact. That's the way it works.